I see. Okay.
No, not you, speaker. I'm saying to other listeners or viewers. Okay, now I'm going to start the broadcast and then talk. Okay.
Okay.
This hangout is on air live now. Welcome, colleagues and friends, in the series of webinars which we are organizing as a part of Open Access Week. We have today Ms. Jamila Jaber. She is the Central Library Director of Islamic University of Lebanon. Before handing over the mic, I would like you to introduce yourself so that the speaker would be knowing who are the in audience. Let's start with Pradeep. If you cannot speak, type. Okay, Susmita. Say about yourself, like where from you are. Rashekar. Diptanshu. Okay, Jamila, over to you now.
You want me to start?
Yes.
Okay. Also, I will introduce myself a bit. I'm Jamila Jaber from Lebanon. I work as a Central Library Director at Islamic University of Lebanon. I'm also preparing my PhD thesis on the subject of open access in Arab countries. And I'm a great supporter of open access, and I hope I'm enough active in the issue. We want to discuss today the status of open access in Arab countries, in an overview about the open access in Arab countries. So I hope that this discussion will be interactive, so I will not speak alone. You can always interrupt me and ask me questions, and we can discuss things together. I start, Sridhar?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. The voice is clear.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
clear.
So the first question, we always know that we always talk about the definition of open access. It's the free immediate access of research, as Peter Suber defined it. But in Arab countries, because we have do you hear me?
Yes, Jamila, go. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Some other noise is coming. Okay, go ahead.
So I think the first question that we will ask ourselves, what's the definition of open access in Arabic? Because the Arabic speaking people must understand the concept in Arabic language. So for the moment, we don't have a term representing the concept of open access. We have many terms, mostly a term in Mashriq, means in Middle East and in other countries, and another term most used in the Maghreb and the North Africa. But we don't have really a clear Arabic definition for what is open access. In the Arab initiatives, that the only one Arab initiative called Nida Riyadh. It was in 2006, about 10 years ago. They used Arab open access, al-wusul al-hur, because when we talk about access, we are talking about availability of research and how to access it. So many people use the word according to how we see open access, because there's always a philosophy, if we can say, behind a term. Who made this research work open? We are talking from the point of view of the researcher, means the availability of the research, or we are talking about open access from the user point of view, that he can access this research. That's why we have different terms that researcher or scholars are using. For policies, we don't have real clear policies at the national levels. We don't have, for example, any specific country in Arab countries. He has a policy about open access. We have some institutions, we have some universities that use and they have policies about open access. But at the national level, we don't have clear policies about funding and the publishing models, who pay for open access, who pay for the author, how we publish, which model of publishing we are using, and neither for the peer review issue. But I think for the peer review issue, it's a common issue between scientific research in general and the open access in Arab countries, not only in open access. So the question that anyone will ask, how open access is diffused in Arab countries? How much it's diffused in Arab countries? We know that open access, we have the two main roads, the gold one and the green one. For the gold one, we have, according to Duwaj, the director of open access journals, we have 651 Arabic periodicals. But when I said Arabic periodicals, it doesn't mean only in Arabic language. It's mostly in English, then Arabic and French, and other languages also. Compared,
Jamila,
yes.
sorry to interrupt you. With the slides, you're not flipping to the second, third. You're speaking on the first slide.
No. I'm on the gold and green.
No,
You don't see it.
I'm not seeing it.
Now you can see it. No.
No. We are still first slide.
Okay. Now.
Yes.
So when I put it on full screen, you cannot see that I'm changing. So I will stay with the PowerPoint view, not the screen. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So I was saying about the open access journals. We have this number 651. We have to compare it to the whole research activity in the periodical levels. We have only 25,000 Arabic periodicals in general for scientific research, and only 651 are mentioned in Duwaj. Perhaps we have more than that in open access, but only in Duwaj we have 651. For the green open access, we have also mentioned, and between Open Director of Repositories, Open Duar or Ruar, we have 39 repositories, mostly in universities. They are pluridisciplinary repositories. We have here in Lebanon repository. It's like ERIC in education. It's called Shama. It's independent institution who is trying to put together all the research in Arabic education in open. We have something also in Arabic similar to Duaj. It's called DFAJ, Directory of Free Arabic Journals. In fact, this is related to the term also, because they use free Arabic journals, not open access Arabic journals, because for people, they understand more clear if you are saying free access, not open access, because the question of copyrights, it's a bit unclear. So for the common users, they prefer the word free. It means that I can access freely, free of charge, the scientific research. And this directory, it's a personal initiative. There's Dr. Ghadir Magdi from Egypt, and Dr. Al Hassan from Egypt also, a technician who made this directory, and they are trying to put all the data there about Arabic journals in open access. So for this year, the International Open Access Week, they put the slogan or the open access in action. So if we see it in Arab countries, we will mostly see individual initiatives, not institutional initiatives. For example, we have Facebook groups. One of them, the Arab Open Access, I found this group more than 1 year. We are about 858 members. And there is also the Open Access Tunisia. They are more than 1,000 members. And there is also page and blog for something called Arab Initiatives of Open Access, also funded by a few scholars. They post about open access in other countries and some links and some open research. And right now, because it's the International Week of Open Access, there's a lot of activities about Open Access Week in Egypt. Right now, they have many lectures with scholars about open access in Saudi Arabia, in Tunisia. And if we enter to the International Open Access Week, we can see that there's a lot of activities in Arab countries about this open access. But I think we are still in the awareness phase more than in action, because we still need a lot of awareness and spreading the information about open access, what's open access, what's the models of publishing in open access, and all this in all majors, not only in for information specialists or information science. I want to say finally that for Arab countries, all we have to do right now it's to make networking it's to do more networking, because of this I said Arab open access together. There's many people who work on open access, many between brackets fighters of open access in Arab countries. They do their best, but I hope that these people join their effort together, and so things go really in action. And for in this issue, I'm organizing the next week online discussion about Arab open access, gathering Arab scholars from different countries to discuss about the matter of open access in Arab countries. That's it.
Thank you, Jamila, for a nice presentation. Now the floor is open for discussion. The participants may ask questions
Hi,
either
good
by typing.
Do you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Thank you, Jamila, for the nice talk about open access in Arab countries. So I think I also agree with you on one of the points that you mentioned. We have only probably 10% of the people who care about it and who are here and who are discussing, and the rest of the 90% who do not know it are just there. And then I think it is a very good point that we need to reach to them, irrespective of what disciplines or what career stages they are in order to enhance open access.
Yes, yes, of course.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, hi Jamila. So,
Hello.
are there any other methods like not only publishing journals or regarding this open access? Are there any other methods in your university?
Sorry, I didn't hear you very well.
Are there any other methods like now we are publishing journals, right? Open access journals. So,
Yes.
other than this, are there any methods to proceed to getting into the people regarding this open access in your university?
In my university.
Yeah.
In my university, we have one journal in open access,
Okay.
and we are preparing right now for open repository that will we have already the information, the data. It's the thesis and dissertation in full text, and also the research of scholars from and faculty from the university. And we are in, I think this year we will launch it online with rich information inside. I hope so.
Okay, nice. So, how about going to the students? Like, how students can get all these topics? Any suggestions? Like,
Sorry?
how about going to the students? So, are the students very pretty much interested in this open access? So, how do we deal with the students like me or friends like that?
Okay. Okay. As a library director, I always organize workshops and
Okay.
learning sessions, and always I use open resources in learning them the strategies of research. So I use open access resources, and also I use open source softwares like Zotero to teach them how to use and to organize information. And the next week, I'm organizing also at the university general lecture with the students for awareness about open access resources and the services of our library in this issue. And also, it's on the under the title of information literacy. It's a general lecture.
Yep. Cool. Yeah. So here the scenario is like people really does not caring about what exactly the Creative Commons license. So most people asking like, why do I care? So we just shown this, like we just created a website and we put all the content of that website under the CC license. So there is an international phenomenon, like each and every part of the world one can use that work what we have developed. So in that way, in this way, we are going through the students. So we didn't get into the journals yet. Maybe from now we'll try to get into the journals. Yeah, thank you, Jamila.
Thank you. Just I want to add only one thing, because open access for international on the international level, it's been a while, but recently we are talking about open data.
Yeah, yeah.
In Arab countries, we are very far from open data. But I hope that the next step will be more work also on open data, because I think it's open access, it's good, but open data, it's great. I hope to go to this level also.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rajshekhar. Thank you, Jamila. I have one, I want to add something to this, on the topic in the slide, Arab open access together. Yes, means because only few are committed for this, and then we are trying to uh, do the advocacy on open access. So, and at different pockets or on the world, everybody is working from their individual level. Some may be getting the support of the institution or the university or the state, but it's mostly about the communities which we are working for this open access. And yes, we will achieve this goal when we work together. Uh, when I say about this open access India also, there's lots of advocacy is needed, and we are working for it, and we are learning from the uh, activities which is happening in the other parts of the world. And this talk of yours is only to get to know us, like what is happening at, at your country and the region, and we will how we can forge together the collaborations and then work for making the open access as a default in 2020. But we have very less time, but still more advocacy and more work has to be done in this towards that goal. If there are no other questions,
I want
we'll
to add.
yes.
I want to add something, Sridhar, if you allow me.
Yes.
As you said, open access, I think it's not only about research and information. I think it's a kind of philosophy of sharing. So in the first, maybe we have to share information, it's true, but we have to share our experience together and to be open to each other. Otherwise, science will not go further. So we have this matter for all of us. So we have to be open first between each other and share knowledge, share experience to succeed, to put the open access in action.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a question from Pradeep. He's asking my question is whether the accessible journals are in English version, or is there any problem of languages for the journals to be referred? He would, I think he probably saying that, like, are there any language barrier issues in the accessible, making it open access? Only the English journals are open access.
Because we cannot deny that English, it's the most dominant language in science, not only for open access. Even when we talk about Arab open access journals, you will see that mostly they are in English, not in Arabic. So because we are addressing to the international community, if we only publish in Arab language, it's only to the public speaking Arabic language. This is why it's. I think there is a lot of talk about the barrier of open access, the language barrier and the technical one for example, Arab countries or other countries. I think there's the most of all before the language and technical, there's the culture, the ethical and culture of everyone. So if we don't have as persons the initiative to share information, to share research and data, I think it's not policies that will put us or force us to do it. We have to have this culture of openness in our countries, not only policies. Policies comes after that. It's my opinion.
Yes, we all agree to that, and we should inculcate ourselves the sharing, the art of sharing. Then the policies can be made when we have the willingness. Thank you, Jamila, for this nice presentation, and thank you all the attendees for this webinar. Tomorrow is the final day, closing day of this open access week, and we'll be having a discussion on open access India activities